I'm going to share with you every single objection you get when you come to sell your coaching offer. And if you handle every single objection I tell you about, you're going to sell every single time to the person you're trying to sell to. That being said, let's begin with this video. So coaching offers over here, objections, here's how you can handle them. And it works for text and calls as well. Not just for calls, sales calls, because I know many of you hate that, but it also works if you're selling through DMs and text. So when you mention your price, what happens usually is you build up these walls in the brain of the client. The client goes like, okay, I really love your product. Give me what you have. And then you say, it costs $4,000. It costs $2,000, whatever price is. You build these blocks. So in his mind, just imagine walls being built up. And you need to break every single wall over here in order to sell your coaching offer. And these walls, I'm going to tell you the details of them, but these walls are mainly based on the price. It's too expensive for them. The time to take, they need to commit a lot of time in order to get or do your coaching program. The confidence they have in you, the value you're going to provide, or the confidence in themselves, where they fear they cannot achieve this certain outcome because they are a special snowflake or a special nugget or whatever you call them, and they can't achieve it and it won't work for them. And then it comes down to taking the decision, which is the final one over here, and the strongest one, which is when you break all the walls. You tell them, okay, this is affordable, the price is good, the time is good, you can commit to in terms of that. You give them the confidence and in themselves and in you. Then when it comes there for them to take a decision, they need that extra final push to take the decision. And the biggest money objections, or the biggest objections you can get, are money and fear. Fear in themselves, they can't achieve it if they pay you, and the money they're going to pay you for them to achieve it. So these are the biggest two objections you're going to get. And let me just recap over here. If you want to sell a coaching offer and you mention your price, this is what happens in terms of the walls you build up in their mind. And in order to get to the cash or the money for them to pay so you can impact them, you need to break down each of these walls. And the final one being them taking this decision or being brave enough to take the decision and move forward with you. So now let's look at a bit more details about what these walls are. So you can see over here, you mentioned the price. The first wall you build up in their mind, it goes like a big obstacle in their face, just like that. That tells you, can I get the outcome that you're providing? Is it certain I'm going to get it for me? Will you get it for me? Like, is that certainty of the outcome they start thinking of? Like, even if you convince them way before that they're going to get the outcome through your product or your coaching, they rethink it as soon as you mention price. And this is where you say, yes, you're going to get the outcome. So you take these loops where you get them to think, okay, you're going to get the outcome because this happened. We have this case study, this person with a similar situation. We got the solution, X, Y, Z. Once they're convinced on getting the outcome, they rethink the product. Is this product good enough? Will I get the value out of it? Then you convince them again and sell them on the product. And then you sell them on the budget. They think, okay, is the price worth the product and this outcome or not? What's the return on investment I'm going to make in you as a coach? So you tell them this is what you're going to get and it's worth the outcome because you're going to get to this outcome, which is way much bigger than what you're paying for. So this is the budget part. Then sometimes they have a partner. Something they want to say, I want to talk to my husband. I want to talk to my wife. I don't know if my wife is going to let me spend this much money with you. Sometimes they don't have a partner, but sometimes they do. So this is where you deal with the partner objection. Then timing. This may not be the right time for me because I am committed in writing a book right now, another course, and other business coaches over there. I'm telling you the ones I hear. I'm working with another business coach and I'm doing this. I'm putting money on websites and social media content. This is not the right time because I don't have the time to commit to your program. Timing. Why now or today is the right time for you to commit with me. You sell them on that. And finally, once you break all of these, which takes, let's say 15 minutes if you're on a call or 20 minutes, and I'm going to tell you a secret over here, but it takes 15 to 20 minutes if you're on a call. Once you break all this, well, it's time for them to actually go ahead. They have this fear of taking that action or step moving forward. And this is where you encourage them and tell them why they need all this and why we broke it and what outcome we're going towards and how paying right now or taking that action will get them to the desired outcome they want. And this, then the person or the prospect or the person you're talking to must be sold on all of them, on all of these. in order to buy from you. If they don't buy at any time, so think of it this way: if you're selling coaching offer and they don't buy at any single time, you have missed one of these points. So keep this in mind and make sure at every single step in your conversation that they're being sold, or they are sold on every single step. And now I want to share with you a secret, and I want you to imagine this. So on the sales call or on this conversation, you're selling them on all of this, and you're breaking every single barrier when you mention the price. But what if, just imagine, what if, how easier would the sale be if you create content every single day for a certain audience that overcomes every single objection over here, and when you come and tell them about an offer you have, they just immediately buy. And that's the secret to easy selling if you want to just sell without having any objections and sell through text.